Hey Taurus, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to the place where we tarot and heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. I hope all is well. Welcome to your May reading. Okay. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Tarot and Heal. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. Alright? Alright, let's get started. I come to you humbly, God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love in accordance with the divine will. What is it that the Taurus Collective needs to know for the second half of May? I don't know what's going on up in here, okay, with this energy, but as soon as I set the intention to start doing the reading, I had to set a whole mood for myself, okay? Usually I don't have to. But I mean, like, candles lit, okay? Like, I just got the whole shebang going on. Incense burning, and it's a very sensual vibe, okay? That I was being led to. Yeah, so we're going to see how that plays out. I will say this. I do feel like there's a new day. There's a new world. With the World card coming out and the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck, I feel like someone's walking away from, like, I think I talked about this Casanova type. Okay? Very charming. The King of Wands in reverse, that could be someone who's very charming. They could be very alluring, mesmerizing, sexy, AF, okay? They could be good and bad, whatever the case is. Seductive. Anyway, it's something that, or it can be an energy that's carrying that, whatever. It's something that is a bit addictive. All right? We have addressed your addictions. Admit your vulnerabilities and accept what's dying, all right? Yeah. It's time to put that thing to an end, whatever that addictive situation is, because there's a new day, a new world to step into, a new chapter for yourself. And it doesn't include this addictive behavior or addictive person. Those type of toxic situations where it's like, I just can't stop. Like, yeah, that's mine. I don't care, that's mine. It's like, okay, but anyway, let's keep it moving. Because the mood I'm feeling is definitely something, okay? It's a lot of sensual energy, yeah, see? It's not the best here. We have the Death card coming out along with the Magician card in reverse. Now, this Magician card in reverse, it is in line with this King of Wands in reverse. Now, this could be the energy of someone, being all magical and seductive, but not really in the best way, because they can lure someone in, but not back up what they're saying, right? They can spin words, to seduce someone, and they get what they want. They might be in and out, whatever the case is, so I'm gonna look more into it, see what's up. It seems like they got an Empress in their web, okay? With the Seven of Swords. See, it doesn't feel like it's the best energy, even though it's like heavy seductive energy, but it doesn't feel like it's completely truthful, okay? That Sun card definitely wants to be seen. Now, when I picked up these two cards, the Sun card in reverse was right under it, and I wasn't going to mention it. The Ace of Swords is under that in reverse. So I wasn't going to mention that Sun card in reverse, but then it just flipped out with a vengeance. Like, no, say this, okay? This person, because the Sun card in reverse is coming out with this Ace of Cups. It's like, with the Ace of Cups, it's like a new window of love. It should be happy, but it's surrounded by all types of crap. Like, I feel like someone's just mishandling a connection, all right? They're just being kind of shady about it. But the fact that it might be like a real connection, even if it's a low vibe real connection, it is a real one. So because of that, someone may not be able to let it go. I get that, especially if they putting that thing on you. Okay. We have the King of Cups coming out here. It does seem like there's love here, but someone's not handling it in the best way. It's like they don't know how to turn off their games. Or maybe when feelings actually came about, they stopped moving, you know. With the King of Cups coming out and the Knight of Swords and the Two of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Swords in reverse is about like no more progress, you know. And that Two of Wands, coming out with the Two of Wands, I definitely feel like if there was like if it did look like there was some type of plan to move forward, it just kind of stopped abruptly. All right. Yeah, this person might have that energy of being in and out. And like with that Death card, it's like, it's time to put an end to that. It's like, see with that Two of Cups. It's time to put an end to this cycle. It's like this person was playing too much. Someone has to just like kind of let it go. So with that Death card coming off the Two of Cups, see, this is what's carrying the connection. The fact that it is a connection. Okay, with the Two of Cups, it is a bit of a soul tie here, okay? But it could be a karmic soul tie. It doesn't necessarily have to be like the tie, right? The best one. It does feel like this is, this just has a lot of, you know, this could be a situationship, but it's so much chemistry. You know, it's something like that. It might feel like, you know, I don't know. This, however this plays out, is going to be different, but there is a storyline. While King of Cups coming out in reverse. See, it's like someone might want to have the upper hand, and it doesn't mean that they don't have love. You know, it's like, this feels like it was a relationship based on sexual energy, okay? Excuse the smoke if you see it blowing by. And, you know, it might have gotten serious, like feelings got involved, and that's when things stopped. That's what it feels like here. Where the next natural step would be, oh, let's take it up a notch, or let's explore. Someone decided to play games instead. So this person, this King of Cups, really wants to be seen. This person does have love. It is love between you guys for sure. This person just doesn't know how to act. They don't know how to behave. They're like, what do I do with this love? I don't know. I'm going to sabotage it. Okay, good luck. Yeah, see, the Empress had came out, and now we have the Emperor coming out in a verse. They're just not holding up their end of the bargain here. They're not being who they could be in this connection. And that's not something that you can do. You know, that's not anything you can handle. We have the Page of Cups. You can't force them to have this heart expansion. But that's what needs to happen for them. They need to expand themselves so that they can get out of this. I feel like they're used to being this way. You know, they're used to being this toxic type of energy. It is something about it, like the game is fun for them. All right, so they just enjoy that. And now they came across a connection that's like, you don't want to play with that. You know you got to come correct with this type of connection, but they just don't know how, or they're refusing to. They're not ready, whatever the case is, okay? But they also don't want to let it go, right? So they're going to do what they have to do to keep it. They are stepping into more of a shadow energy where it's like a little bit manipulative. Yeah, they're being a little bit selfish. And I feel like they know that they can do better, or they should do better. But if they can just get away with being how they've been, why would they change, right? Yeah, see, they're not putting in work. They have to put in some work into themselves, Oh, they do see that. Okay, they see like, oh man, I got some work to do. Maybe this connection actually showed them the error of their ways. It showed them their addictions. It showed them their manipulative tactics and how they've been moving in the world or moving in love. Either way, it does make them, they have clarity about it, and it's making them think a lot. They do have divine intervention on the side, trying to point out these blind spots, if it is a blind spot or whatever. But they have clarity on what they need to do. It seems like they're just choosing not to do it for whatever reason. You have the Eight of Pentacles coming out with the Seven of Pentacles here. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, they're not working on it. Seven of Pentacles, they can reassess and be like, okay, this is probably what I need to work on, or this is what will make things better. This is how I can step into Emperor mode and be the person I need to be for this type of connection, but they're choosing not to. They are getting heavy intuitive guidance though. Being that they are the Magician, you know, I do feel like they have a little bit, you know, the Magician coming out again in reverse here. I feel like this person is very intuitive, okay? And they actually do know what they're doing. That's what I feel. You have that Ten of Swords coming out here. They're just hurt. They have hurt. They have pain that they haven't addressed in the past. They don't want to address that. But the Seven of Pentacles is like, why am I this way? This is because of the pain that I never got over. Let me work on that so I can be healthier, show up healthier in love. They're not doing that. So it starts off with this overthinking. Okay. And then we have this Page of Cups, this heart expansion led by their intuition. And then a Nine of Swords, no longer thinking about it, which is cool. But what do they do about it? That's what I was afraid of. So we do have the Nine of Swords coming out with the Star card, right? In reverse. It's like they're not overthinking it. They're no longer thinking about it. They thought about it. They figured out what the answer was. It was like, oh, so I'm supposed to... And they got intuitive guidance on it. Like, oh, okay, so what I need to do is just, you know, change my ways and, you know, be a bit more vulnerable. That's what I need to do. I'm not going to do that. Star card in reverse along with that Nine of Swords. No, I'm not thinking about it anymore. And I'm not going to go for the healing. I'm going to just keep doing what I'm doing. Okay. I feel like they're going to try, or they are trying to move forward without having to do that work. Which ultimately leads to like disappointment and heartbreak, you know? Because they're trying to build something on shaky ground. It's like if you're trying to build something with someone, you know that the love is there. You know that you should probably work on some things. You should probably, for example, in a real life sense, like, oh man, I should probably go to therapy for this. You know, and someone's like, nah, I'm good. Let's continue forging ahead with this relationship. Obviously, those issues are going to come up, right? And this person is, they have to, I'm not saying like some people might need to, you know, go to therapy, work out some things, whatever. Kudos to you, because therapy is beautiful. I am a fan. But it can just be like being honest with who you are and what you've been doing and what needs to be healed. This person isn't trying to hold themselves accountable. They're not trying to really change their ways, but they're still trying to have their cake and eat it too. Okay. And I feel like they're using sex to, they're using sex as a weapon, or, you know, something like that. Something about this Three of Swords. I feel like this person does have a problem with vulnerability, all right? See, so something stops working, especially if this is like a soul tie. I don't know, whatever. It just seems like it stops working. Leads to a disappointment where somebody's forced to change their outlook, change their perspective with the Chariot card. It does seem like endings here, all right? Or a pause or whatever, but there's something that stops because someone is not putting in the work. Maybe the other person decides, like, look, I'm done. If you're not going to work on this, I'm good. Yeah. Well, yeah, it seems as if they try to manifest like a new opening. Or they will try to manifest like a new opening here with the Ace of Wands. But with the Ace of Pentacles, it's just going to hit a brick wall. This theme has been showing up for Gemini and Pisces. I just did their readings previously. This theme of these people who are magicians. They're great manifestors, right? But they're realizing how their manifestations are backfiring because they're not doing the proper work. Geminis have the energy of manifesting love. They know how to manifest it, right? But when they bring it in, their shadow comes through and just shits all over it. It sabotages it. And it always leads to a disappointment or some type of backfiring. And they're like, why? And it's like, yeah, because you have to do your work. And that's going to keep happening. You're going to keep shitting on your own work, on your own manifestations until you actually work on yourself. Pisces also had that energy. And it seems like that energy is here too with Taurus. Yeah. What's a blockage here? Yeah, this just feels like a heavily sexual relationship, okay? And that might be the way, like, because it is a match, one person probably has hope in the relationship. This person is intuitive, so they know what they're doing. They know that they can dangle this love and get the sex, you know, that type of thing. It's kind of whack. What's the blockage? What's the blockage here? Ten of Swords. Like, they can close out this painful cycle for themselves. They're just going to have to do that healing. They're not trying to face their flaws and hold themselves accountable. They don't want to face their flaws. And they don't want to work on it. They don't want to look at themselves in the mirror. They don't want to do that shadow work. So things are just going to keep coming in and going away, you know? It's like, that's just too much work. I don't feel like doing all that. But that's the thing that's going to make it right. That's the tweak that's going to make your manifestations really pop and stick, okay? What's the point of bringing things in if you're going to keep sabotaging them? Queen of Swords, and it's the fact that they have this kind of clarity, but they're not acting on this clarity. Like, they know what they need to do. Four of Pentacles, letting go. They have to let go of their old ways, okay? This old pain. They know exactly what they need to do. The Strength card, they're not strong. I'm not saying they're not strong enough. They don't feel equipped enough to handle that. It takes strength to change, right? To get out of the way you've been doing things, to jump out of your ego and into another one. It takes strength and courage to say, you know what? I'm going to just do something totally different. Doesn't matter what the people around me are saying. It takes a level of honesty for you to say, you know what, that belief system that I had, or that story I was telling myself, that's not true. It was actually because I was hurt that I was moving this way. It takes strength and courage to look at yourself in the mirror and really face that shadow, okay? They're not trying to do that. But with the Justice card and the Queen of Swords, it's like the gavel is being slammed down every time they come through and they try to manifest something new. It's like, nope. You could have that if you work on yourself. We're going to show you what you could have, and now we're going to take it away. Go and work on yourself, you know. You're the Justice card with the Queen of Swords. That level of clarity, but not really acting on it. I don't feel like they're acting on it here. And that's even worse, because it's one thing if you don't know what to do and you're like, why is this happening? It's another thing if you know and you're like, oh, so I'm a piece of shit? All right, well, I'm going to just keep doing that. You know, that's crazy. I get it. But it's about to be an end of an era for them. They're going to have to, like, or not, but... So we have the Sun card coming out, upright. They don't realize how much happier and how rewarding it would be. I think that's what it is. They don't realize what the reward is of them not being as shady or whatever, okay? They've been moving like this way for a while. It's worked for them. It kept them safe. They're like, why would I change my ways so I can be the one possibly getting hurt? No, I've been moving in a way where I do not get hurt. Why would I change that? That doesn't make sense, because they're not seeing how much happier they can be if they do open up and become more vulnerable. This person has a problem with that vulnerability here. With the Page of Swords, it's like that needs to be more of a priority for them, because all they're thinking about is survival. They're thinking about, I don't want to get hurt, so I'd rather just play the game or play with them so they can, and I don't really care if they get hurt or not. That's their priority, as opposed to having the priority of, I want to experience some good stuff. I want to experience happiness and fulfillment. You know, that's a new attitude that they need to bring about. And with the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Cups coming out here, they is weird, because I feel like with the Seven of Cups, they're pulling the wool over their own eyes, because I feel like this person is highly intuitive, okay? They are hiding how soft. With the Queen of Cups coming out and the Seven of Cups, they are putting on a magic trick, a magic show to hide their vulnerability. Okay. They don't realize how happy they can be, how freeing, how liberating it would be for them to open up their heart and just show who they actually are. So they realize this. They made a decision whenever that back then, like, hey, I'm never going to show this side of me. And now they came into a connection where it's like, you're going to have to show this side for this to continue to work. They're like, I cannot do that. A lot of fear here. They don't feel strong enough to be that vulnerable. But I feel like they are so soft, like not in a disrespectful way, but just gentle. Like they really are a teddy bear, but they're hiding all of that. Now, that is not something that you can like pry open. They have to be ready to do it, okay? Oh, okay. So we have the Two of Cups coming out again in reverse. They're gonna have to walk away. This is what they're failing to see with the King of Wands and a Eight of Cups. This isn't what they're failing to see. This is what they need to do, but they're trying to override this. Like, well, maybe I could just stay, you know, in my comfort zone and still experience this beautiful, like, connection. It's not gonna work. I don't know why they're trying to delude themselves. Well, yeah, because of fear. They don't want to be vulnerable. In order for them to reopen, because it does seem like the progress stopped in this connection, in order for it to be reopened with that Ace of Cups, because the Ace of Cups is on top of that Two of Cups, I feel like even if it stopped, if there was a separation, they're gonna have to show who they actually are. They're gonna have to open up and be that teddy bear, okay? For that to open back up. And like break down this King of Wands in a reverse mask, this playboy, playgirl type of energy, this in and out, like, I don't really care. And you know, you don't even know they're probably moving in and out because they're like shy about their emotions, right? Something like that. It's something like that that is right beneath the surface. Their feelings are there, they feel it, but they're putting a mask up, and they are going to have to break that cycle for themselves. And the only way they could break that, they're going to have to realize they're going to have to do their own emotional work. So that's going to be a whole process for them, a whole healing process where they have to realize why they're moving like this. Why is this their coping mechanism? But I'm sure they already know why. And then why is it so hard to take this mask off? What's the advice? Tower. This is like a happy tower. The Tower moment coming out with the Three of Swords in reverse. It's like, it's going to be an epiphany. Like, I can be happy. I don't have to play these games. This person experienced something that made them feel like this is how they had to moving forward. This is going to be, with the Moon card at the bottom of the deck, this is going to be a major epiphany. Whoa. Page of Cups here. The Queen of Pentacles keep coming out, by the way. So I don't know if somebody's like an earth sign or whatever. Oh, wait. Taurus is earth. Okay. But anyway. We have the Tower, the Three of Swords in reverse, which is dropping that disappointment, and the Ace of Cups. I feel like it's going to be a moment like, they're going to realize how much they stopped themselves from experiencing love. Like they got hurt and then they became the type of person who hurt them, you know, that type of thing. And how they probably thought that they weren't going to experience love. They probably wrote it off or something like that. But it's like they were cool with how they were acting. It was like, I got this set up, you know, how I want it. When I meet a chick or meet a dude, this is how I'm going to move. You know what I'm saying? I got the whole formula. Then they met someone that kind of pried it open. It pried open their heart like, oh, wait, that might be something. I'm going to keep moving how I move. And then it just leads to like some disappointment or heartbreak for them. And also this Tower of, oh shit, I can actually be happy. I can actually be happy. Okay. I'm not destined to a life of just playing the field all day. Because I feel like they might have, there's some illusions here. I feel like they somehow convinced themselves that they're just never going to show their heart again. And nobody's ever going to make them show their heart again. Whoop, there it is. Now you got to open up that heart, baby. All right, what's the power animal? Yeah, koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. There's such divine intervention here. There's so much. They're being spoken to a lot, okay? whether they know it, I don't know like how intuitive they're very intuitive, yes, but it comes in so many different ways, okay? So Spirit could be talking to them, you know, in so many different ways and reminding them of you, so on and so forth. Whatever it is, they could just be getting downloads like, oh, this is what I need to do, right? Whatever the case is, Spirit is working on them, okay? Breaking them down. Like, hey, time to put that mask down, take it off and put it down, okay? Show the world who you are. Show the world the softer side. At least show this person this softer side, because it's safe for you to love here. Like, you really thought you was going to go through your life without experiencing love again? Come on. Starfish Spirit, be open to the possibilities. They're going to have to be flexible. As I mentioned, it's definitely hard to get out of the story you've been telling yourself forever, right? Especially if it's a story that's based in pain. A coping mechanism that you created for yourself, you know, this defense mechanism. And now you're being led to get out of that and put yourself on a limb and be vulnerable. Oh, right? Putting your heart out on a line is so tough. It is every time. But this person has to be flexible about it. Dog Spirit, be loyal to what you love here. See, they're going to have to prioritize better. Like, wait, I think I said that earlier. I don't know. But prioritizing, like, what's more important to them. What's more important? Is it playing the field and being in survival mode? Or is their priority to experience love in this world, in this lifetime, you know? Is their real priority to spend the rest of their life not experiencing love? Because it seems like someone's like, I know it's sounding dramatic, but it feels like someone kind of wrote it off. Like, I'm cool with just doing this for the rest of my life. It's like, that's not really your priority for real. Like, you really do, underneath that shell, there's a lot of softer, vulnerable, beautiful energy that needs to be experienced. And that is a match for whoever that person is. So, anyway. Pull from the Romance Angels. Oh my God. Oh God, speaking of the feels, we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So whoever this is. See, someone's trying to like, they're putting a shell over their feelings. It's like, no, this is the real deal. Feel it. Then we have wedding coming out. This situation involves marriage. Now, this connection can have the potential for that. With the King of Cups and Queen of Cups, it does feel like there's a lot of love between the two people. It can lead to this. This can also indicate if somebody is in a marriage and this is a third party situation, right? And that would explain more as to why they're saying, okay, I'm going to keep these feelings down over here under a mask, you know. Then that makes sense, because it does feel like it's a lusty connection, but there's heavy love too. So if this is like some very hot, passionate love affair, good luck. But yeah, there's something going on there. Honeymoon, all this wedding energy. It's like you guys are an escape for each other and they want to just kind of keep it like that. Finances and career, that's another thing. So if somebody is like in a long-term relationship, if someone's married or something like that, it's like their finances are tied up. They can't really express this love. That would make sense as to why that's happening there. Oh, man. But yeah, it says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. All right? But it does have all this, like, really sweet, as I said, like teddy bear, warm, very passionate, very sensual energy. The chemistry is there, for sure. But then also the love is there. Wow. This is tough. With Starford Spirit, open to infinite possibilities. If this isn't you, who has a mask up and they're trying to hide their feelings, if you're the other person, you need to be open to the possibilities as well. All right, just remain flexible. What else do we have for the other person? Not the person wearing the mask, the other person. Person 2. What advice do we have for them? Hummingbird Spirit, be here now. It's like enjoy the yumminess of it, whatever that is. I mean, this is hard to say if somebody's married, right? But let's assume that they're not married and they're single, but they're just in playboy energy, playgirl energy, and they're having a hard time getting out. It seems as if you're being led to just take it for what it is. Also keep your options open, of course, but don't put all your eggs in this basket, but also don't write them off either. Be flexible, keep an open mind, and enjoy the yumminess of it, okay? So they might move slower than you want them to, but it's like, obviously set boundaries if you feel disrespected, but, this person has a lot of work to do. We also have White Raven Spirit, trusted in magic, and I feel like this is indicative of all the intuitive guidance that this person is getting. So let's say, like, you guys are hanging out, they're probably, like, getting these downloads, like, oh, man, I've always wanted that, Like, they're having moments that are triggering them closer and closer to love, but it does depend on them. Ultimately, free will plays a role here. But just trust that, things are working in the background that you're probably not aware of because Spirit has a plan. All right? Don't try to force it. Just try to keep the high vibe and enjoy whatever it is, the yumminess of it, because it feels very sweet and very passionate. All right. All right. Well, let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Tarot and Heal. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. Yeah, until we meet again, peace.